Forget for a second the irony of this, that it was on April Fool's Day. My favorite holiday until yesterday, Saturday. Can we skip to St. Louis, Houston? First double-digit spread of the year. And we just talked to Mike Ryan last week about a man named TJ Storment. If you're not familiar with TJ, he was the day one starting right tackle for my DC Defenders. Traded a few weeks ago to Orlando. And my reaction was, what a kick in the pants. This guy was making $1,000 extra per week to play in the XFL because DC won 4 games in a row. You get traded to Orlando, and I figured now you got to struggle to make that 1,000 ever again. Every single week, TJ Storment was getting paid. He gets traded to Orlando. He still gets paid. Quentin Dormady and co. outplayed us. There it is. Robert Ford, Shane Matthews. They outcoached Greg Williams. Matt McCrane missed a 29-yard layup to start the fourth quarter. Abram Smith fumbled away any chance of McCrane redemption at the end. No, not talking the 63. That wasn't makeable. I'm talking about the drive before. First loss of the year, both outright and against the spread. Try not to overreact, but I kind of lose what I thought was my big brain best bet of the year here. It's laughable. I said I was trying something new. I was going to go Seattle DC money line parlay, and the odds makers were giving that to me at about minus 120, right? So near the juice you would take for a straight bet. I'll never forget April 1st, 2023, and just like I never forgot March 1st, 2020. Yeah, we're getting in the weeds here, folks. The Defenders lost to the winless Tampa Bay Vipers that day. Dan Williams, in that game 3 years ago, 7 catches, 72 yards. 4 catches for 47 yards to rip my heart out of my chest again. On Saturday night, shout out Terrence Plummer as well. He was another UCF guy who played for the Tampa Bay Vipers. But the story is Quentin Dormady. Put this in perspective for a second. Playing DC has been every quarterback's worst nightmare all season. Case in point. Ben DiNucci, lemon allergy, completely self-destructs week 1. As poor a game as he'll ever play. Week 3, A.J. McCarron, broken. All that gratitude about playing for his kids left. He was not happy in the press conference after the game. Brandon Silvers, benched. There's your top 3 quarterbacks in the league statistically. This is what DC does. It's what I figured at least, right? No. Not Quentin Dormady. 27 to 34. 328 pass yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 3 more touchdowns rushing. Dormady's performance against Vegas a few weeks back was enough for us to nominate him for a Freshie Award. That award for the midseason was the guy who gets no respect. And a lot of you were like, whoa, pump the brakes. Dormady has came back for 1 game and started. Well, if it was at this point in the season, he would have clearly got that award. Most underrated guy in the league at this point. Last 3 weeks, 827 yards and 5 touchdowns. Not a single interception. So this is what I say with how bad this team looked. If you played Orlando close, I'm going to get this out of the way before Zook brings it up. I said if you played Orlando close, you'll be punished in the power poll. Well, give me this. If you can't realize that the Orlando Guardians are now a completely different team, night and day, from Paxton Lynch to Quentin Dormady, you've clearly not watched the last 3 weeks of Orlando Guardians football. So I don't know if I can say that anymore. Now, you got to grind your teeth to beat the Orlando Guardians. So I don't know how much I can punish you for playing them close. And I know that's going to come off so biased. Matty Fresh all year has been talking about how terrible Orlando is and how you should drop if you play them close. DC loses to him by a point. Now he's going to change his opinion. Say what you will. It's a different team. Don't care. It's a different football team. They have a top 4 skill position player group. They were just waiting for someone to come in that could competently get them the ball. Dan Williams, KD Cannon, and Jordan Thomas, all new additions. You add those guys to Charleston Rambo, Cody Latimer, Eli Rogers, plus a stable of really good tailbacks in Jermaine Martin and Devin Darrington. Great offense. They scored 37 on DC. I think that's all I got, Zook. The offense played well. Look at this. The defense giving up 400 yards, 27 first downs, and Orlando was 71% on third down. Come on. Where's the third down defense? I think Quentin Dormady just figured it out. Just watch film. That's all it comes down to. And Orlando still alive in the playoff race. Congratulations to the Orlando Guardians. From a diehard DC Defenders fan, you got us. And I'm sorry.